Boxing as a sport, a lot of people think it's a real brutal two men, two women beating each other up. In a way it is that, but there's a lot more to it, you know, there's a lot of sacrifices, there's a lot of training, a lot of hard work that goes into it.
My name's Brian the Lion Rose, I'm 32 years old, I'm a professional boxer from Blackpool. I've had 35 professional fights.
I'm the Central Area English WBO Intercontinental Champion and World Title Challenger. When I was young I was a little bit mischievous and I was a little bit angry at home. You know, I was only 9 years old, but I was knocking over ornaments and making a mess and my mum was cleaning and things like that. So my dad decided to take me to the boxing gym. And I was a bit of a natural, you know, and then from the age of 11, I was fighting. So yeah, I never looked back since. I boxed for England from the age of 12. Up until I was 20 years old, I was 7 times national champion. I fought all over the world for England, you know, captained my country against Germany, got a bronze medal in the Europeans, so I had a really good pedigree, so it put me in good stead turning pro when I was 20 years old. I've been professional 11 years now.
Yeah. You keep trying to catch him with big shots like it won't work, you've got to go light. Yeah. I was training like called Michael Gomez, and we was training at Anthony Farnell's gym. And there was a manager there called Wally Dixon, and he was stood with this kid. This kid was stood in the corner. He had long brown hair with blonde streaks in the front. And Wally Dixon said to me, "This is Brian Rose," and I remember Brian from the amateurs, and he was a fantastic amateur. This Brian Rose I was looking at, he looked like a pork sausage with a wig on. You know, he looked all pink and smooth, not like the athlete that I'd been told about. Anyway, I met Brian there, and then that day, and he'd come down to Manchester. He was going to live at Wally's house to train. And to go and live with Wally Dixon would have been a fate worse than death, you know what I mean? So I saved him and he came and moved into my family home, and we've been together ever since. Brian Rose and Jack Armfield was pals in the beginning when they boxed amateur together. Brian turned pro with me, and then 12 months later Jack came to the gym. So I know Jack very, very well because he lived in my house and we trained together for 5 or 6 years. So I was a little bit shocked that Jack had taken the fight, you know, as they're being very, very close friends. You know, but Jack said different things and Brian said different things, but this fight's about one thing, this fight's about jealousy. This is about Jack Armfield being jealous of Brian Rose.
I was a little bit hurt and took back by it when he took the fight, but it's business, you know, it's boxing, and sometimes there's no friends in boxing. It's a selfish sport, you've got to be selfish. So I got my head around it after a week or so, and we shouldn't be fighting, but we are now. So 25th of March, you're getting it.
For this fight, Brian's trained for 12 weeks. But in the beginning, it's about getting back to the gym on time and cleaning up his food and getting his diet right. And then we get down to the nitty-gritty. He's got to be running in the morning, training in the afternoon, and maybe training again in the evening. You know, we'll start off doing 2 training sessions a day and we'll move up to 3.
We do a lot of sparring, a lot of pad work, swimming. We basically do everything you can imagine to get fit, because the more variety, the fitter you'll get. You know, there's no getting used to hitting a bag, because by the time you've hit the bag too many times, you'll be doing the pads. By the time you've done the pads, you'll be sparring, so you don't get used to any sort of exercise. What people don't realise is the blood, sweat and tears that go into a boxing camp. You know, for 12 weeks we don't eat much, and we certainly don't drink. We train really hard, we put our bodies through hell, we sacrifice so much, and people don't see that.
Big one, big one, big one, big one. Hips back, strong base, sit into it a bit more. There we are. Come on, Brian, see your hips back.
They have to train harder than anybody else for 12 weeks. They have to lock themselves away from their friends and their family. They can't socialise. You can't eat what you want to eat. You have to keep on a strict diet and watch your weight and watch the times you go to bed and put your body through hell. And your reward for that at the end of it is someone's going to stand in front of you and try and knock you unconscious.
Winning a world title is the ultimate goal and what I want. If I don't win it, I can retire a happy man with no regrets, making my kids proud, and that's all that matters to me.
Catch.
Oh, good girl. Throw it back. Throw it back. Ready? Oh, good girl.
For me, his job teaches our kids that they can follow their dreams and achieve anything that they want to achieve in life. And he is away a lot and it is hard, but for me that's like, it's priceless that for my children to grow up. When he's in training, we're on our own for like 8 weeks, and he just comes home every Saturday, and then he goes back and stays out again on a Sunday. So it's really quite hard. I'm on my own for that whole time. So I go from having someone there helping me every day to being on my own every day, and it's really tough.
The reason I stay in hotels during camp is, you know, I've got to take myself away from the situation at home with my family. There's nothing better than spending time with your children and being at home with your family, but I like that lonely feeling. It makes me want it even more. So about 8 weeks before my fight, I move out of my family home.
When we were young, it didn't bother me at all, but since, it's been really quite hard. Just like the nerves and everything, and I can't have social media because I don't like what people say about him. I can't even look like at his opponent on like Instagram or Facebook or anything. It really gets to me now, and it's getting worse.
It's the weirdest feeling ever. It's like exciting, nervous, because you've trained for 12 weeks, so you almost want it over with so you can enjoy it and celebrate it. But you know you've got to do it. You've got half 36 minutes of grueling 12 rounds. You know, that's what you've prepared for. You get nervous before you fight, and a lot of sacrifices and a lot of hard work goes into that camp. My kids are my motivation. I do believe I'm a winner, and I wouldn't have achieved what I've achieved without being a winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Blackpool, England, the Lion, Brian Rose!
It's not every day you fight someone you've known for 18 years. Looking back at it, I think I did enough to win. It was very close. We were both playing very safe because of what was at stake. If I'd have put a little bit more work in the middle rounds, I would have won the fight, but when I got in there and he was facing me, it was very strange because we know each other inside and out. You know, I knew every move he was going to make, he knew every move I was going to make.
I found it really, really hard, harder than any of his other fights. Where were we going to go from this fight kind of thing? It was my thought process was more than any other fight. I want Brian to carry on boxing. I'd be upset if he finished off that fight because I don't believe he lost it. I feel like there's more for him to give yet. Like I don't think that's it for him, and I wouldn't. Like I said, be upset if he went out on a loss like that.
But I just feel like there's so much left in the tank myself, and inevitably it is down to me whether I retire. People can advise me and stuff, but it depends what you've got left in your heart, and you know when you're in the gym whether you enjoy it anymore. And I think sometimes they've been a little bit stronger than me at middleweight. I just don't think I'm a middleweight. I think I need to move back down and do what I used to do. I may have lost the fight, but I'm going to keep on fighting, and no matter what, I've still got my family. The Lion still has his pride.